Dear students, now we'll see today we'll see the way how we can execute expressions and operators in Python programming. Last class we saw what is an expression, how we can write an expression, how it is evaluated step by step process manually, and now we'll see the practically how we can execute through the Python interpreter. Same way we saw the what is an operator, what are the different types of operators, then how we can work with operators manually we saw. Now we'll see the practically how we can execute those operators also, different types of operators. First we'll start with an expression, how we can execute. So we'll see interactive mode as well as script mode. Okay, so we'll start with first execution of, for example, 5 plus 2 into 4. Okay, so in computer which will not be giving step by step process, whatever expression which you provide to a computer, so which will be given to you the end result directly, which will give you the end result. Let's see, 5 plus 2 into 4, so 13 which we got. But manually if you do, first 2 into 4 will be calculated, that becomes 8. Then next step 5 plus 8 will be calculated, and then you will get the result. But computer directly which will give you the result. Same way which you can see, 10 divided by 2 minus 3 expression. Okay, finally which will give you like that. Same way 8 plus, sorry, 8 plus 12 into 2 minus 4. Okay, so it will give you the final result 28. Same way 6 minus 3 into 2 plus 7 minus 1, finally you will get the result 6. Okay, same way which you can work with, which you can assign an expression to a variable. Yes, we can do that. Y equal to 3 into 3 into x. See here, so 3 into x divided by 2, that is the expression which was given. But here first you will make it as x equal to 4. Then now we will do the y equal to 3 into x divided by 2. That is what the expression which was given in the textbook. But x value which we took here, some value to calculate that. Okay, now if we execute, you will see the output here. So directly which will not be printed, you need to print the y value, then it will give you the output. But here actual expression which you need to specify, so 3 into x divided by 2, this is the actual expression which you need to write for this particular one. Okay, that is the textbook which was given, 3 of x divided by 2, which means 3 into x divided by 2. This we should keep in parenthesis, that is why which you will get correct result. Okay, now print the y value. This is the exact value way which we need to evaluate the given expression. Okay, same manner which you can do other examples also, which it is specified. Okay, b and c, a equal to 4 and b equal to 2, sorry, b equal to 2, then z equal to the expression 3 into b plus, sorry, 3 into b into c plus 4. Okay, which will be evaluated. So c is not defined, that is what the problem. C equal to something which you can say 2. Now apply the expression. See, without defining variables which you make use, you will get an error when you are trying to execute. So z value evaluated. Until you won't print the z variable, output you will not see. Okay. So that is how which you can calculate expressions. Okay. Calculate the expressions. Same way which we saw when we calculated 20 plus 30 into 40. Okay. Expression, let's see. Same way, change the expression 20 plus 30 which you apply parenthesis, then multiplied with 40. Okay, so same one, when you apply the parenthesis, then this one will have the highest priority. Parenthesis will be the highest priority, then multiplication. Okay, suppose if you have within the expression exponent also, then that case first parenthesis will be evaluated and then exponent value will be evaluated, then whatever operator next priority, that will be evaluated according to that. Okay, so same manner which you can see another example, 10 plus parenthesis 3 exponent 2 minus 4, okay, divided by 2. See, in this, here you can see clearly there is exponent and there is parenthesis, this complete parenthesis which we call it as. So within the parenthesis again there are two operators, one is exponent value, another one is operator, another one is subtraction. So on this first which will be executed exponent. Okay, so 3 to the power of 2, 3 square, 3 into 3, 9 minus 4. First it will evaluate this, then next step again 9 minus 4 which will be evaluated. Okay, then you will see 10 plus 5 divided by 2. Okay, so 2.5 plus 10, so 5 divided by 2 first will be evaluated because division is the highest priority comparatively addition operation. Then 2.5 will get the division, 5 divided by 2, 10 plus 2.5, finally will get the 12.5. That is how operator evaluation which takes place in the computer. Okay, so same manner which you can see 15 plus 0 decimal values which you can take it as 4.0 plus parenthesis 8 plus 3.0. Okay, see the output 14.75. Okay, so that is how expressions will be evaluated. Expressions will be evaluated. Now we will work on operators, how we can execute arithmetic operators. Okay, all basic operators which you can see. Num1 equal to 5, num2 equal to 6. Okay, now we will apply all the operators on this. Num1 plus num2. Okay, execute it. Same way, num1 minus num2. Okay, same way, num1 is multiplied with num2. See the results. So 5 plus 6, 11, 5 minus 6, minus 1, 5 into 6, 30. Same way, num1 divided by num2. Okay, the 5 divided by 6 which you will get a decimal float value. Same way, num1 floor division num2. Okay, here you will get only integral part. Okay, integer part which will give you the floor division operation. This is only for Python programming. We have additional other than division, normal division, uh, floor division also. Okay, floor division also which you can execute. So division will give you the result. Same way, modulus, num1 modulus num2, 5 modulus 6. Okay, see, 5 modulus 6 value, which you will get as an output. Okay, same manner which you can work with exponent value num1 exponent num2. Okay, which it will be evaluated. Same way string values, which you can see, which we saw string values, how we can work with string values concatenation and repetition, string repetition. We both initialized the both the variables. Now if you want to make the concatenation, string 1 plus string 2 execute, output you will see clearly, which will concatenate two strings. Okay, second string will be added to the end of the first string. That is what operation which you can work. So two strings addition is nothing but here concatenation, joining two individual strings into a single string. Okay, now same thing which you can work with like string 1, okay, is multiplied with 2, which means which is not actually multiplication, which will take it as this string value will be repeated two number of times. 2 is nothing but that many number of times that particular string value will be repeated. You can see 2 times. String 1 repeats 2 times. Hello, hello. Okay, same manner which you can see string 2, for example 3 number of repetitions, you can see clearly. Okay, so that is how arithmetic operations which you can perform, which is also called as mathematical operations. Okay, now we are moving on relational operators or comparison operators. Relational operators are comparison operators, which works on the based on the condition. If condition becomes true, then you will get the output as boolean value. Okay, now we will take it as again some values, numbers. Okay, num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to 0, num3 equal to again 10. Now we will apply the conditions. Num1 double equal to num2. Okay, one condition. Num1 double equal to num2, 10 double equal to 0, that is what the condition. Okay, so both are not equal, you will get the output as false. Same way we can see num1 less than num3. Okay, see false. Num1 10 less than 10. Okay, so which is not true, 10 less than 10, that's why condition becomes false. Okay, same way num1 equal to num3, now see true, because 10 equal to 10 is true. Same way num2 greater than num1 greater than num2, which becomes true. Okay, now num2 less than num3, this is also true. Okay, so like this you can evaluate less than, greater than. Okay, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, equal to. Next another one is like not equal to. Num1 not equal to, not is this symbol is exclamatory mark followed by equal. Okay, equal to num2. Num1 is not equal to num2, that is what which we are saying. Num1 is a 10, num2 is a 0, so 10 not equal to 0, yes, it is true. Okay, same way num1 not equal to num3. Okay, so 10 not equal to 10, no, it's not correct. Okay, so which becomes false. Yes, false. So that is how which you can work with relational operators. Relational operators. Same way, we can take it as string values here. Whichever we took string 1, string 2, we can work again. str1 equal to hello, str2 equal to, okay, str3 equal to. Now we'll work with this comparison. String 1 double equal to string 2. Sorry, we made a mistake. str1 double equal to str2. Okay, false, because hello is not equal to India. So here, which will check each and every character. First character is checked with string to first character. Same way, first character of first string value will be compared with another one. Like that, each character ASCII values will be compared. Now we just apply again. String 1 double equal to string 3. Now string 1 value and string 3 values, if you see, both are same. Let's see output also true. Okay, which will give you the true, because both are same like that, which you can work with other also. str1 less than str2. Okay, a b c d e f g h I j, h is less than the I. Okay, that's why true. First character itself, which shows that ASCII values of that will be calculated. Now we are moving assignment operations. Let's see how we can do this assignment operators. Num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to num1, then print the num2. Okay, so initially we assign the value for num1 variable, that num1 variable which we assigned again num2 variable. Now if you print the num2, whatever num1 value which we assigned, that one will become the num2 variable. Okay, same like string value, how we can assign the value. Already I was told you that within the quotation mark the value will be enclosed. Variable name equal to within the string quotation mark, you need to specify string value. We can print the, so there was a mistake in the variable which we take, whatever it is, that is how which you can do. Okay, now num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to 2, then apply the shorthand notation which I told you. Num1 plus equal to num2. Okay, print the num1 value. Okay, same thing, num1 equal to num1 plus num2. See the difference, both will give you the same result. Print the num1. Num1 plus equal to num1 plus num2. 10 plus, it might have taken some other number, that's why. Num1 num2, num1 num2. Same way, which you can see another one. Let's see what happens here. Num1 minus equal to num2. Print the num1. Let's see, num1 equal to, sorry, num1 minus num2. Print the num1. 10. Yeah, these values will be taken now. Okay, these values will be taken. So while creating like this, you must be more careful when you do. Okay, so let's see, to give you the clear, n1 equal to 10, n2 equal to 2. We are applying now, sorry, n1 equal to n1 plus n2. So 10 plus 2, 12. Print the n1. Okay. So this n1 will take now when you apply this. That is why that 14 other time which we saw. Okay. So that's why when you work with interpreter, you must take care of that particular one. Okay. Same again, if you take it n1 equal to 10, then n2 equal to 2. Now you apply the correct formula, then you will get the same 10 plus 2, 12. Print the value. Okay. So continuously if you execute the values, whatever you execute, in calculated value will be assigned to the variable. Okay. So that is why you must careful while working on this interpreter. Okay. So script mode you will not see that problem, but here you will see that problem. Okay. So both the statements which will give you the same result, n1 equal to n1 plus n2, same thing can be written shorthand notation. Again you will see n1 equal to 10, n2 equal to 2, same thing n1 plus equal to n2. Okay, print the n value which will give you 12. So this expression is equivalent to this expression. Okay, so same way others which you can work it on, already I shown you that minus equal to n2, print the n1. Okay, same way n1 division equal to n2, print the n1 value which will be calculated n1 equal to n1 divided by n2. Same way n1 into multiplication operation, n1 equal to n1 into n2 which will be calculated, print the value. Okay, so like that shorthand notations which you can write it, n1 modulus equal to n2 which will be calculated result. Okay, so same way which you can do exponents also, n1 equal to n2. So here n1 equal to n1 exponent n2, which means n1 to the power of n2 value will be calculated. Okay, so that is how which you will get as an output. That is how which you will get as an output. The way how you can work with assignment operators and shorthand notations or expressions, shorthand expressions which you can work. Now we are moving logical operators. We are moving logical operators. Logical operators, there are three operators and are not, which can be written in only lowercase letters. Okay. Now we'll see how we can work with this again. Num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to minus 20. For example, negative values also you can take it as num1 double equal to 10 and num2 double equal to minus 20. Okay, which becomes true because num1 equal to 10 and it is true, and right side condition after the AND operator num2 equal to minus 20, this also true. Final result will get true. Suppose if any one becomes false, then your entire result becomes false. Sorry, we made a mistake. Num1 double equal to 10 and num2 double equal to 0. Okay, so num1 double equal to 10, which is true, and right hand side condition num2 double equal to 0, which is not true according to the values which we defined. Okay, so one of the condition is false, then your entire result becomes false. That is how AND operation which works. Same way other side also which you can check, num1 equal to 0 and num2 equal to minus 20. Now left side condition is false, right side condition is true, but One condition, any one condition becomes false, your result becomes false. Syntax error. We'll just take it as num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to minus 10. Now see, num1 double equal to 0 and num2 double equal to minus 10. Okay, see, this is how which you can check with AND operator. Same way OR operator which you can work with. Okay, same way OR operator. See, num1 greater than or equal to 10 and num2 less than or equal to 0. Let's see what happens. Num1 greater than or equal to 10. Num1 equal to 10 which we assign, and num2 less than or equal to 0. Minus 10 is less than or equal to 0. Yes, it is true. Same way, num1, yeah, which you will check OR operation, or num1 greater than or equal to 10 and num2 greater than or equal to 0. Let's see now. True, because num1 this condition is true, greater than or equal to 10, and this condition num2 greater than or equal to 0 false. Any one of the condition becomes true, then your entire result becomes true. That is how OR operator works. OR operator works. Okay, logical OR operator. Any one of the condition, either left side or right side, any one condition becomes true, then your entire result becomes true. Num1 less than or equal to 10 or num2 less than or equal to 0. Okay, let's see. So now this condition becomes false, sorry, true, and this also true. Okay, now what happens here? Num1 less than 10 or num2 less than or equal to 0. Now see the condition true, because so this is a false. Num1 less than 10, because num1 equal to 10 which we assign, and right side condition num2 less than or equal to 0 which is a true condition. This is a false condition. But OR operator, any one condition becomes true, then our entire result becomes true. Okay, same way NOT operation, NOT of num1 double equal to 20. So actually num1 is value which we assign 10, and we are saying that, so with num1 not equal to 20. Yes, it's true. Same way, not of num1 equal to 10. So this is not true condition, because num1 is having 10 value, but we are saying num1 is not equal to 10, becomes false. Okay, so that is how logical NOT operator can be used. It can be used. Same way, now another type of operator, membership operator, how we can work with. We know there are two types of membership operators which you can use. One is in, another one is not in. Number equal to sequence 1 comma 2 comma 3 which we will be taking, and we will be applying the condition 2 in number. Okay, yeah, we made a mistake. You must be careful. The variables which we use, 2 in number. Yes, true. The 2 is in the operator, membership operator in which we use. This is the sequence variable which we define, number equal to the sequence 1 2 3 which we define. and we are checking the condition 2 in number, yes, which is available within the sequence. Same way 1, okay, in number, false, because the moment when you enclose with quotation the value, that becomes a string value, but string value not given in the sequence, number sequence, that is why you will get as false. Same way if you like this, okay, now true. That is how in operation which works. Same way for not in number sequence, okay, true, because 4 is not there in the sequence which we have defined. Same way 4 in number, okay, false. Same way 3 not in number sequence, that's it. So 4 is not there, as it is true, that means false, it is not there in the sequence. 3 not in number, as 3 is there within the sequence, but still we are saying that it is not there in the sequence, that is why you will get as a false, you will get as a false. So that is how which you can work with membership operators in, not in, not in. So in means whether we are checking which is there in number sequence, and not in means we are saying that value is not available within the sequence. There are two different conditions which we make use with membership. Okay. So same way we'll just take it as one simple script mode execution. Script mode execution. One of the example which you can take it as str1 equal to hello, str2 equal to India, then apply the str1 plus str2, then print str1, okay. Same way str1 is multiplied with 2, then print str1, okay. Same way str1 is multiplied with 3, 2 you take it as now, okay. Now print the str2, okay. Now save the application, save as s.py, choose the location, save it, go to run module, you will get the output str1. What is the program which we wrote? Okay, so here str1 plus str2, just assign the another variable, okay. Now see the difference here, that is how interactive mode, and when you are working with script mode you must be careful, okay. str3, 4, 5, whenever you make a changes you must save, then go to run, click run module. Now see the difference. So that's why you must be careful. Concatenation, string repetition, string 1 and string 2 repetition. Earlier which we executed with using same variable over there. So it becomes such a way that, okay. So interactive mode directly which executes, that's why you will get the output. But when it comes to the script mode, you must be more careful to do that. Okay. You must be more careful to execute that same manner which you can execute another arithmetic operators and logical operators. Okay, such a way that you can try it, and if you have any problem, I'll there to help you to work on. So if you want it, you can make use this. I'll be keeping here comment, how you can make use comment, which we studied. So another example, num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to 20, print num1 plus num2. Okay, so we just apply addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, floor division, apply modulus, apply exponent. Okay, now save it, again application. This one will not be executed because this becomes a comment, interpreter will not be executed. Now whatever we wrote another one, this one will be executed, arithmetic operations will be shown as output. Yes, you can see clearly the value which it calculates. Okay, so that is how which you can see, you can work with such a way that with expressions and operators. Okay, expressions and operators which you can work on. So we'll continue with another topic next class. Thank you. We will see how we can proceed with. Okay.